Xin Chao, what's up everybody? Alright, today we're going to talk about money exchanges, how much money you should bring for a vacation, how much money you should bring for if you're moving here. So we're going to get right into it. To walk to the biggest money exchange in District 1 and possibly Saigon, we're just going to cut through Bentham Market and do a 2-for-1 video type deal. We'll get a brief look at how Bentham Market is. As we talked about in the video before this, there's really not that many tourists here. It's very few. I don't think many are going to come this year. I think we're looking at 2023 for tourism here. Some tourists right there. It looks pretty busy. Pretty interesting. Busier than usual. There's actually a lot of people here. I mean, nothing even. It's not even 10% of pre-COVID though. Pre-COVID, you couldn't walk around this thing. Like if you watch old pre-COVID videos of me in this market, it was just jam-packed. Like assholes to assholes everywhere. This might as well be nothing still. Close to it. Yeah. It's okay. I don't know. I think if I was a vendor, I would, unless I bought my stall, I'd find a new line of work. That's just me. But I don't imagine you're making much money per day still. And now that they're shooting so high on the prices, I'm sure they're making less sales on top of that. Okay, so the reason why you're here, money exchange. So we pop right out. Pre-COVID, Ma Van, right here. It's Ma Van, which is pretty much a jewelry store too, is the #1 exchange. Like, they give the best exchange rate, and there's just usually crazy amounts of people here. It's a little late in the day, so that might be a reason why. So yeah, this is the location. It's right in Bentham Market. As you can see, they've got like gold and knickknacks, but this is mainly an exchange. But like I said, it's a very popular exchange. It's been here a long time. Pre-COVID, there could be a queue of like 30, 40, 50 people here. So this is my recommended exchange for bringing money. Now all these places are exchanges. Like you can go over here and you can do an exchange if you want. Pretty much any of the jewelry stores all around Saigon are gonna do money exchanges. But like I said, this is the one that has, for some reason, the best. I think Agri Bank is tied in with it. I'm not really sure. Now I can tell you this, the banks give the worst exchange rate. So if you're thinking of just, you know, womping into your local bank and exchanging like whatever's next to your hotel, it's not the best idea. You know, you want to come to one of these exchanges. They're going to give you a better rate. The dollar's really strong right now compared to the dong, so it's pretty good to get it exchanged. Now I'm going to talk about multiple situations here. If you have a vacation and you're only going to be here 30 days or less, I would say $1,000 would be okay. And I'm almost going to say the same for if you're coming here to live for a while, like if you're going to do 3 or 4 month stint. I would not bring a lot of money, because what happens if you bring a lot of money is you're going to spend. It spends easier, you know. You make more of a decision about pulling stuff out of an ATM than you do out of pulling stuff out of, you know, directly out of your wallet and getting an exchange. So that ATM gives you kind of like a checks and balances of what's happening. So to reiterate, this Ma Van is the #1 exchange. It has the best rate that I know of. You can get an exchange at almost all gold stores. That one's going to give you the best. But yeah, if you're going to be here and you know, I can't say I'd bring more than 1,000 cash. One, it's just risky. And two, if you get yourself a decent checking account, like a Charles Schwab or a Fidelity, or I think Australia has one too, where there's 0 transaction fees worldwide, that's probably the way to go, you know, and then just pull out money as you need it. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend bringing a huge amount of cash, because what's going to happen, and I've talked to other people, and they say the same thing, is you're just going to burn through that cash flow really quickly compared to just like pulling it out of an ATM. I remember where I want to go next. We'll just walk to my next destination. So this has been a heavily asked question. You know, I used to exchange when I first got here. I exchanged at a bank, and then I figured out, I met somebody on Weaving, and they explained to me that this is the place to go. So then it was. I mean, is the difference huge? We're talking like a percentage, maybe 2%. So it's not gigantic, but if you're talking $1,000, calm, come on. Shoeshine. This place is kind of heavy with tourists right now. You got all the players here, the Shoeshine, the knick-knack seller, Alibaba lady. Calm, come on. If you do say calm, come on, you're gonna get you're not gonna have to deal with saying no a bunch, because they're gonna think you live here probably. That just means no thank you. So yeah, I would not bring more than $1,000. If you're gonna bring the $1,000 and you know you're gonna spend it, just exchange it all at once. And any of these stores are exchangers, but that place is the main money exchange that I recommend. I'm sure there's other ones out there. I'm sure people will be in the comment section and be like, this one's better, blah, blah, blah. As far as I know, that is a good one, and for most people that's going to be a conveniently located location for one as well. So it just makes sense. Rowdy on the streets. But yeah, that's kind of my information on that, is not more than 1,000, even if you're moving here or just for a vacation, because you're just going to spend it fast. Maybe if you've got a large family, you're bringing kids and the wife, $1,500, but I can't say I would recommend too much more than that. And it's really simple. You just walk up and hand them the money. He'll pull it up on a calculator and give you the amount, and then you can open up a currency exchange, like they have a Vietnamese dong to USD exchange app, and then you can see how much it is and check it. And then you can shop around if you want to and see what each person's going to say, how much it should be. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. Everything here is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. As far as like a banking account goes, if you have a TRT, or if it used to be, if you have a 1-year visa, you could open up a banking account anywhere. Some banks give you a debit card, some don't. As of now, there's a few banks that'll still give you a checking account even on a 30-day e-visa. My buddy just brought his girl over from the Philippines, and she got one. So I forget which bank. I'll ask him and then put it in the comment section. But banking's super easy too. You just walk into a bank, give them your passport. Like I said, some ask for a bunch of stuff, like how long your visa is and shit. Others don't care. When I was first here on mine, I was able to open up a bank account anywhere. Some banks would give me a debit card, some wouldn't. So everything's pretty straightforward. Like, it's really easy to do stuff here, especially banking. But if you have a TRC, or if you have a TRC, you're going to get a good bank account. They're going to let you pull up a bank account with a debit card and all that stuff. So I think that's the video. People ask me about this stuff all the time. Do like a full banking breakdown and a money exchange. There's not much to break down, you know. Banks, you just keep trying banks. If you're going to be out here on a 30-day e-visa, you'll find one eventually. I think the one with the green sign is the one my buddy said. So I forget. There's so many banks, it's hard to remember. So you can do it. You're just gonna have to put in a little effort and go to different banks. I know Techcom will not give you a debit card on a 30-day e-visa. They'll let you open an account, but you can just do money transfer, money wiring from back home, and then money transfer here to other Vietnamese accounts and pull out cash in person. They will not give you a debit card. I think a couple others rock that way too, but honestly, that's a solution too. I mean, but like I said, I would set up a Charles Schwab, especially if you have tremendous credit. If you don't have good credit, you can open a Chime account. You know, it's not as good. There's still going to be a little bit of transaction fee, but it's much less than like your standard bank would charge you, like Citibank. All the big American banks are going to charge you some fee depending on the amount that you withdraw. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Stay frosty. Hope this was helpful. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the Patreon if you want to see the rest of the Korea trip. You can buy a year at a time for 110 bucks, which I think is pretty affordable. Up to you. If you don't want to watch the rest of the Korean content, don't worry about it. But if you do, it's up on the Patreon. All right, guys, stay frosty. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Peace out.